Here we go, ready? Yes! Good morning. Hi, Giz. Okay, time to torture the babies. I don't get it either, guys. Nonetheless, here we go. Mamas, there's your babies. This is apparently torture for the mothers. I don't understand. But here we are. We were watching full torture in action. What is up, guys? Welcome back. Gonna show you some clips of how not to train your goat on the milk stand. In short, before I show you any... What part of you are you trying to scratch? Such a dork. In short, before I show you, just know this. It's not a good idea to have a sketchy goat. Oh, Charlie, I missed you jumping out, buddy. He jumps out of that stall every day like, welcome to life. Where you going, buddy? Anyway, guys. In short, again, I say, don't take a sketchy goat like Sparkle and think you're going to throw her up on the milk stand on day one without any training, because you're going to get these results right here. Good morning, babies. There's so many of you now. So, guys, here's yep, every baby that we have now is in the barn, in the nursery stall, and all the moms are in milk. So here's a little video of me moving the last 6. So I'm put Augustus, Charlie, and Twinkie Pants in the nursery stall tonight. Those are Miss Sparkle's babies, and then she'll get out in Gen Pop tonight. So I'm just kind of watching to see what they do. They're really not concerned that they're not with mom. They're just hanging out, trying to find a place to tuck in this pile. Boop, 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 boop. And then we've developed a second pile over here. Giz does not get in the pile because he is the man. And then our last group of babies going into the nursery stall are Muffins babes. Guys, you just saw me drop him in there. I learned a long time ago there's a good way to do it. You just kind of let them kick off and then let them go, and they'll land perfectly fine. That was Marlin. We'll come in here. We'll get Miss Peach. I know, honey. It's okay. It's okay, Peach. It's okay, Peach. It's okay. I'm going to take you over here with all the babies, so you can spend the night with the babies. Oh, goodness sakes. Okay. All right. I'm coming, Drummy. Drummy. Hi, baby. Baby drumstick. Come here. You're ridiculous cute, you know that? Okay. Last baby going in the nursery stall. Baby drumstick. There you go. What are you looking at? You, right there. You. Moving the last 6 babies in here. And then we have to milk this one for the first time. Now, to be fair to her, I have not taken the time to get her, and it happens every time, guys. The most sketchy goats, you know, too busy. That's an excuse. I should have gotten her up on the stand 2 weeks ago and started just petting her and getting her comfortable with being up on the stand, and I haven't done that, and that's my fault. So I'm not going to throw her right into like full blast milking. If she's willing to get up there and stand and let me milk her, then I'll drain her all the way out. probably not gonna happen. And if she wants to hold some back for babies, that'll be fine too. So let's just get it from zero with the sketchy goat. Come on, Mama. All right, good so far, but I haven't touched her yet. Okay, baby. Okay, baby. Okay. Easy, 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 easy. Exactly how not to break your goat to the milk stand. Okay, guys. That is why you put in the work to get your girls used to being on the milk stand before you try to milk them for the first time. Now, that is kind of an extreme example because, as you guys know, Miss Chocolate is pretty sketchy to start with, which is why I should have taken the time for sure for her to get her on the milk stand 2 weeks prior and start going through the routine of getting her used to the stand. Now, using the term breaking to the stand, meaning I don't like that because it's breaking down their spirit and it feels like a forced thing to me. You break them down to build them up to put them on the stand. To me, it's more of an adjustment to being milked. You can say it however you want. You can wordsmith it however you want. Getting her used to the milk stand is what I should have done 2 weeks ago. And that's what I always do. This year has just been psychotic, crazy, busy. And to be honest, it didn't even cross my mind to put her through the routine of getting her on the stand. She's really the only one that this year that's new that I was worried about really focusing on. Both of these two I was a little nervous about, but Moon Pie is really the only one that was a pain in the butt. Mochi was okay. She's just a slow milker, which makes it more difficult. I did end up, that's probably close to 15 ounces from Sparkle, maybe closer to 12. And she spilt probably 3, so 15 total. Good morning, babies. So guys, what we would normally do, as you saw in the video there, I always string one leg. That has nothing to do with the goat. Let me go back to the beginning. 2 weeks prior to kidding, if you're trying to get your goat used to the milk stand, this is my opinion. It's worked fabulously for me. It's worked every single time. No goat is perfect. No human is perfect. Sometimes you're going to get just a bad matchup, and it's just not going to work out very well. But eventually, they'll come through. They'll come around. Tic Tac's not in here. Tic Tac has been one of our most difficult goats to break to the stand. Sprinkles was a bit of a spitfire, but they get into that routine. They know they're coming up here to get food. So let's start with steps. 2 weeks prior, this is my opinion, 2 weeks prior to starting moms on the milk stand. And yes, no, I don't do drugs. Never done drugs. Well, actually, I have done drugs, which is why I don't do drugs anymore. I don't do drugs. I don't even drink alcohol, for the people who were asking. Apparently my eyes the other day were a little closed. I think I'm actually developing, I'm 46 years old and I think I'm developing allergies. That is ridiculous. H has always had allergies and she's actually seeming to come out of that at this point in her life. She doesn't get affected by the allergens nearly as much as she used to. And now I'm at this point, every time I mow the grass, my eyes are pouring water, my nose gets clogged up. I hope I'm not allergic to goats. Might have to sell them all. Anyway, so 2 weeks prior to starting your goat on the milk stand, I'll bring them out, put food in the feeder, fill that up, fill it up. Don't worry about, just fill it up. You want to keep them there. That's kind of their comfort. I don't know what is happening with my camera. That is their comfort. They're up there, they're eating. They're going through this weird thing. Now, if you, how to best explain it? Because every goat's going to be different. Now, you guys know how nice and easy Frosty is. And she's easygoing, she's lovable. I would think nothing about just popping her on the milk stand on day one and milking her. Chocolate Sparkle, I'm trying to figure out where to look, guys. Chocolate Sparkle is sketchy, to say the least. Not her fault, not a problem. She just doesn't like to be touched too much. She's kind of like a cat. She will come to you and get pets, but she doesn't want you forced up on her, petting her, or trying to get a hold of her to move her somewhere. So she's really sketchy. 2 weeks prior, fill up that food bin, get her out on the stand, sit down beside her. I will literally come over. She pooped all over the stand, but I will fill the food bowl, lock their head in the block, and then I would just sit here, take this hand, and I don't know why I do it with the back of my hand, but I just pet them. And as you're petting them, you want to kind of work your way down the belly, the belly, the belly. Just keep going down the belly. Let me get a goat out here to explain this better. Hi. Okay, we're back in action. Yep. Having one of those days, y'all. So, Miss Licorice here. If I were trying to break her to the milk stand, I would put her food in there like I just did. And you can just start here. You don't have to lock the head in the block. I would just come over and sit down. This contact. And then start with the petting. This is so much easier if you're able to have good relationships with your goats. Sparkle hasn't really let us get to that point yet. She will. We will win. She will. But I would just sit here. She's a short-bodied goat. Normally, like a pudding would, her belly would be back here. Girls, can we not, please? Hey. Anyway, I would just sit here and I will pet her side. And then eventually, it's all about feel. Eventually, you can get her up here and then lock her head in the block. 2 weeks, guys. It's a lot of days. 14 days. You can do it twice a day. You can do it 3 times a day. However many times you want. Lock her head in the block. Start petting her again. Eventually, what I'm going to want to do is work my way down to touching her udders. You can either go down around the belly. I like going down around the belly. You see, she kind of hunches up a little bit there. Who doesn't like a belly rub? So go down around the belly, and then you just. This is where the kids are going to be in here punching her in the teat to get that milk, to get her stimulated. That's why I like going this way. You can always go down the leg and just, oh, accidentally touched that. But I like the belly because you just keep going further back, further back, further back. And then you don't have to squeeze milk out, but you can just put your hands on the teats like that. Do this over several days, however long you want to do it. But it's just her touching me touching her, comfort level. And then what I would do normally is start with the pan. Everything matters. The sound of that pan being sat down, sliding underneath of her. She's so calm it doesn't matter, but when they're new, every single thing is going to be a problem. Slide the pan under, that little noise right there, then touching her again. I always use a leg string, and this is just a basic slip knot that I use. Slide, unslide, that way it can't ever completely restrict down on their leg. I don't even close it all the way. Usually keep 2 fingers in there. It'll hook up on their dew claws there and it won't come off. For me, the way I built this stand, there's just this natural crack right here in the hinged area. This whole thing can flip up if I want it to. I don't use the string as a stop because she never moves this foot. She never moves this foot. So I don't use this string. I could just avoid using this string on her. However, when it's the middle of July and you're sitting here and you're like, oh, the sweetest goat in the world, never lifts a foot off the ground, never kicks anything. She would almost feel this pail. And they only do it when it's full. Mid-July, you're just sitting here milking and a little fly flies in and lands on her leg and she kicks that leg. So this is not a restraint for us so much. Couple goats, yes, but most of the goats, no. This is more of a deterrent just in case something does happen and she kicks this leg and kicks the bull over. Now you saw me put it on Sparkle there because she's a double leg kicker apparently. Most goats would just kick this one leg. She found out by kicking this leg nothing was happening. So then she started kicking this leg. I have found that as soon as, if you keep your hands in tight when they kick, they don't get hold of anything and generally they'll stop. I had my hand too far out over here when she kicked this leg and she got a little bit of my hand. She knew there was something there and then she could kick it off of her. So she just went crazy. So I double strung her legs there just to keep her from kicking forward. And they work great as a training tool. And then I use them for just so the girls don't, if something irritates them, they don't accidentally kick the bull over. It's kind of that simple and not that simple, guys. It honestly is. If you put in the time for that 2 weeks, just sitting beside your goat, they have to be in place. You want them eating, you want them standing. Eventually you want to get the head locked in the block. If you're going to use a string, you want to do that. But eventually you'll have this goat that I can do pretty much whatever I want to her as long as she's on the stand eating her food. She's wagging her tail. Food is definitely the key, guys. In my opinion, you food train any animal just like you would a dog or a cat. But yeah, so you saw how not to break a goat to the stand, and then this is how we get him to end up in the end. Perfect. Perfect little angel. Because next step is going to be to turn this on. It's not exactly quiet. And she doesn't even flinch. That being said, here's a bunch of cute babies. And moms. You'll notice some things are missing from over here. That is Miss Frosty and Gummy and President Snow. Hi, Twinkie Pants. Twinkie Pants got her disbudding done. I think I might have already mentioned that. I'm not sure. I don't remember which day I'm on in the dirty shirt challenge, guys. I'll have to double check that tomorrow before I do video. But thank you guys for watching. Charlie. Hi, Aunt Cookie. Nom, nom, nom. Mama, that's your baby. Oh, hi. Hi. I can't let you guys go without awesome baby stuff. Oh, goodness. All right, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get these stalls opened up. Make sure all the mamas are out. Not sure why Grumpy is fighting Mochi, but he is. He's like, I'm about as big as you now. Oh! You better leave it alone, boy. It's almost like she knows to be soft with him, but then the next thing you see is her throw him across the floor. Hi, Augustus. Where's baby Lester? Hi, baby Lester. I've been calling you Uncle Lester to all of them. And you're baby Lester, AKA Maverick. Hi, buddy. Okay, he's such a good-looking buck. Miss Druzo out and about. Smooches for everyone. Oh, I was going to address in today's video Summer, oh my gosh, too many goats. Who Puddin is up against for queenship. She's not up against anybody. Struzel was the queen. Struzy has no desire to do any of that. She just wants to hang around, eat some food, take her meds, and enjoy life. So there's nobody competing against Puddin. There's not even a close second for anybody trying to take over. If anybody was going to try, it would definitely be Sprinkles. But that is it. So nobody. She has no no competition. All right, guys, that's a lot of video. Marlon's doing his morning Marlon thing, I guess, walking on my leg. Are you bringing other people into this? Hi, Augustus. Miss Cookie, do you want to take us out, baby? you want to take us out, can you say bye to everyone? Well, that's how Cookie says bye. She just leaves.